and steal cables and steal washer line and steal, well, you can't even steal the weights from the pumping jack anymore, because the pumping jack, they are no longer in Petrotrin compound. You might as well go San Francisco and see if you could find them there. But you're proud and you're black. I am a proud black man. I want you to support the PNM to walk in the credit union tomorrow morning and say, I'm a proud black man supporting Keith Rowley and I need a loan. Try it. You may like it. Go to the bank. Say, I'm a proud black man. I support Keith Rowley and I need a loan. And see if they call some vehicle from St. Anne's to come and pick you up. Because they're saying, this man, not only stupid, but he had to be mad. And you know why they say that? You had to be mad. You're stupid to come in the bank, broken, and don't have nothing, but you had to be mad to support Keith Rowley government. So St. Anne's to you, and they're supposed to be giving you injection by the time they pick you up in the bank. Whap injection, whap injection, whap injection. Make you really mad. Because when you really get mad, you go, no, not to vote for Keith Rowley and the PNM. Welcome, caller.
Good afternoon, my friend.
Good day, sir.
Akano here, speaking here. Victoria was speaking on the TV there now. Glad to see him back on track. Hello?
Yeah, you had to load on the TV because we're getting our feedback.
Right, I'm back also on the TV.
Yeah, load on quick.
I said good night.
Yeah, good night, good night.
That's my friend that we meet in Port of Spain all through March and everything. I see that he's speaking very nice on the TV there tonight. Glad to get him back on TV. Right, Makano is here. All the best to you all, my brothers.
All right, good.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is what it is. That is how you feel it work. That is how you feel it work. What all you have? What all you have? I asked you a couple of weeks ago. Show me the African man drugstore. I want to go there and shop. Be quite black and proud. I want to go in the African man drugstore to shop. Show me the African man store. Show me the garment factory. I want to go there and order 5,000 jerseys. Show me the African man contractor. I want to rent the excavator. Well, then show me the African man grocery. I might get a little thing off there. Show me. Or they have nothing. But all you believe. This idiot who tell all you that we are proud black people and Kamala want to give we a banana. Unless she keep that banana. Because we proud, we black and proud. But just the other day, he telling you, if you're eating 2 bananas, give your neighbor 1. He telling you, he black and proud no more there. Yes, he black and proud. But he know all you can be black and proud when all you have to eat 2 bananas. You see, under Kamala, you might get 1 banana because you still had some money. But under Rowley, you get 2 bananas because you have no money, you have nothing. So a banana today, and first the evil and wicked. They're telling you, if you had 2 bananas and you decide to put up 1 to eat tomorrow, he tell you, give your neighbor it. You know why? Because you are all of you today. Because you have nothing to eat tomorrow. That is the level of thinking that all you can understand. That is the level of thinking that all you can see. All you cannot see that they continue to benefit. All you cannot see that they continue to live. All you're not seeing that their standard of living increase. All you're not seeing that the families going outside for the best health care while you have to line up in our jurisdiction and wait for an appointment next 2 years. I have a neighbor who died a couple of days ago. He went to the health center. My mother-in-law called the ambulance for him because he getting this pain on his side. And the pain, he cannot take it no more. So he hop out the road and he asked me what I know to call the ambulance, which she did. The ambulance took him to the facility in Siparia. And you know what happened? They give him some painkillers and send him back home. The next morning, the little boy who does go and make sure that he have something to eat and so on, gone and look for him and realize that the man on the ground cold sweating. He run out the road and he tell me what I know. God, Tanti, call the ambulance, call the ambulance. You know what happened? By the time she called the ambulance and he gone back to make sure that everything is alright, he meet a man stretch out length and breadth, dead. Dead. You know what happened? The police came, they checked him, the funeral home came, they took him to the San Fernando mortuary. Yesterday they did the autopsy. You know what he was diagnosed with? A rupture appendix. A rupture appendix. And he lose his life. The best healthcare, Rowley tell earlier, the best healthcare is in Trinidad. But he went to the health facility and they give him some painkillers. Tell him take that and go back home. Next morning, he was a dead man because the appendix rupture inside his body, causing him to die. When they do the autopsy, that is and was the cause of death. But Rowley telling you that you have the best healthcare system. The best. But every time he feel like he get one hiccup too much, Caribbean Airline, this is the Prime Minister. I want to be on the first flight to California in the morning to go for health care. But he tell you, you are the best. And all you believe that. Kamla Prasad Bisesa build some health facility in this country, including the one in Siparia. But guess what? To the end of the day, this same government, it took the pandemic for them to open the Kuva Children's Hospital. The Children's Hospital, where Kamla Prasad Bisesa thought that it would have been more economically wise to bring the specialists them here in Trinidad so that our children can be looked after with professionals, have people train, set up an institution in El Dorado to train nurses, to have people qualify themselves so that the healthcare system would have really been what Rowley talk about. What Rowley telling you is the vision that Kamla had to have the best healthcare system here. But to the end of the day, they shut that down. And you supported that. You never stand up and tell Rowley open your hospital is we money pay for it. They shut it down. They leave it closed. It takes God intervention for that facility to be open. Kamla Prasad Bisesa build some schools all over this country. Put a university in Debe. According to our idiot Pinal Dubal, that dotish clown. Pinal Dubal, I mean Pinal Debe. Yeah. University, you know what they make out of it? They make it a proud Indian thing. Rowley say a proud black man would be able to go Pinal Debe in a university in what them consider to be an Indian area. Like it ain't no African living there. It ain't no African living in Barapo. No African living in Pinal. No African living in Debe. No African living in Kuva. African people only living in PNM area. So they make that university a political football. All the schools that was built. But when Kamla built the Chatham Government Primary School and the Santa Flora Government Primary School, where the former president went to school there, where the former MP Nicola Olivier went to school there, Carmona went to school there, right? It stand up like a white elephant today. Have all the children squeezing in the carpenter shop in beach camp that they have the school there now. Squeezing up inside there. When one child sneezes, everybody's sick. But all ain't complaining about that. That is alright. But the university, they make it an Indian thing. And all they say, yes, she built it in Debe. She built it for the Indian people. All a bunch of idiots. She built it there so that all you would not have to pay passage to go Port of Spain. And that the foreigners that will come to the university will bring forex into the country that will develop the whole South Peninsula, and that the South would be able to recognize something that the government, the PNM, took away from South. The PNM took away the ambition from South. The PNM took away the hopes from South. The PNM took away the wealth from South. And now the PNM taking away the life of the people from South. And yet to the end of the day, all you still support that. We had Labre, the first oil well drilled there. We had the Pitch Lake there. We had the Brighton Deepwater Harbor there. We had Lake Asphalt there. We have everything there. But what all you do, all you allow the PNM to remove it. All you allow the PNM to take it away. All you allow the PNM to make all your ghosts in this country. That is what all you allow the PNM to do. We have a caller? Welcome, caller.
Hello, good night.
Good night, sir.
Mr. Robert.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Glad to see you back on the TV, boy.
I appreciate that, caller. I appreciate that. We back up and running.
You know who's speaking to you?
Not yet.
Macano, boy.
Hey, Macano, how things, my brother? How things?
Hey, my brother, I come down on your side Sunday going trying to get in touch with you, and I could not get in touch with you, my brother.
Oh, gosh, I just get everybody my number. Let me tell you something. When you come down on my side, as you come down Palo Seco anywhere there and you ask for me, Santa Flora, Palo Seco, Los Bajo, Rancho Quemado, Erin, Los Rio. Once you ask for me, you go find me.
I have your personal number too.
Well, I ain't get a call from you.
But Sunday I call you while down on that side, boy.
Alright, we go make a data next time, don't worry.
My brother, all the best, and I'm glad to see your face again on the view.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, and stay strong, stay safe.
You and all stay strong, my brother. Enough respect to you.
Love in the house, man.
Love in the house, my brother.
So we take that. We allow the PNM to remove everything. The last milking cow that the PNM milk with Malcolm Jones, and the PNM milk with Patrick Manning, and the PNM milk that had the economy balancing, where we had security in this country to get loans from any part of the world, the PNM destroy it. The PNM destroy it. That is the last institution in South that they destroy. And when they destroy Petrotrin, ladies and gentlemen, they destroy every service company. They destroy every business that would have benefited from the outpour or the outflow from Petrotrin. They have destroyed Lake Asphalt. They have destroyed the whole of the southwestern peninsula because of one PNM financer. One PNM financer. And we stand today and we speak that we are proud black men. Well, let me tell you something. If that is being proud, then I don't want to be proud. Ever. If I have to support that and call myself a proud black man, I'd rather be an idiot in this country than to support that. Because let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. All in understanding the effects yet, you know. All you feeling a little heat in the kitchen. But all you ain't really understanding the effects yet. We have a caller? All you ain't really understanding the effects yet. When the effects of this government incompetence, this government negligence, this government corruption hit all you, I am saying you would be bleeding from the ears, the eye, the nose, the mouth, and any other part of your body that you could bleed from. Welcome, caller.
Yeah, good evening, Victor. Good evening. I'm calling from New York.
Good day, New York. Good day, New York. Welcome.
You're welcome, but Victor, why listen, every day I read the news and every day I check, on Facebook and things to see the kind of killing what's going on in the island, boy. It will bleed my heart to know the kind of killing what's going on. You understand? Especially being a former member, the military service in Trinidad. I don't know, especially this commissioner and this Minister of National Security, they are the most dauntiest person and illiterate, unperforming, underperforming. What can I describe these two gentlemen by? Trust me, the only time, Victor, that something is going to really take place is that when one of the, I don't wish it on nobody, I wish no violence, I wish no harm to nobody. It's the only time they were going to get up, step up and do something is when one of these senior government officials family really get involved. Or they're hurt or they get injured or something. I don't wish it on nobody, trust me. I don't wish no harm to nobody. Because why? I have kids, I have family, and I would want nothing to happen to them. Likewise with you, Victor, you have your family, your children, your wonderful children. You don't want nothing to happen to them. But the question is, why are these guys not so active rather than being reactive? It's only when something happens, then you just want to, do something about it. It's just ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And I was hearing something from Anil Roberts, what they were listening to his show, regarding certain ministers and certain big financiers of the PNM, that they are involved or allegedly have warrants issued by the U.S. government. I would like to get some information more on these fellas and who it is alleged has warrant out for them. Because believe me, I will go to I have friends in the DEA and the FBI. I will go to them personally and make recommendations about certain things. Because this is really an overboard. And I go tell you something before I go, Robert, because you have other callers. People don't understand the little black and brown boys with all the guns on them. They don't have that money to buy that kind of weapon. Let me get that straight. This is coming from high up officials. And crime is one of the most lucrative business in the whole wide world, especially when it comes to officials who are elected officials, I must say, who are elected or selected in some cases to perform or to guard, protect, and take care of the citizens of our country. Because this is ridiculous. When I come home, I want to have a little personal meeting with you. I will give you a heads up. I have your number and everything when I arrive in Trinidad. So to you and your listeners out there, be very, very careful and have a blessed and a safe day. Victor, I keep saying this over and over. You already have big guys. You have a bigger target on your back, eh? Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Wow. And this is the reality. Everything that this government do, it is to your detriment. And you know what they throw in the mix? Every time they are cornered, they throw in the mix this black proud talk. That's what they throw in the mix. And then they brainwash the supporters so much that the supporters cannot even make a smart or intelligent contribution. Let me tell you something. They brainwash them so much that they look at what is reality as fiction, and they look at old talk as reality, and they have a problem. You know why they have a problem? They have a problem because on these programs that we sit on, when we come, we bring the truth at all close. We don't have to put up we don't have to get mascara, and we don't have to get no lip gloss and powder dung and dress it up and put on pretty eyelash falling quite over with nose and all kind of thing to make it look real. We just bring it real. We just bring it factual. We just bring it naked. Because I am always of the opinion that truth do not need clothes. Anytime you put clothes on truth, it's no longer naked truth. So I just get naked. I just get hard. I just get like it is. And I know sometimes you can't take it. If you can't take it, turn off your phone, turn off your TV. I can't say radio no more because they turn me off there. But if you can't take the truth, you don't want to watch it. You don't want to listen to us. But if you want the truth and you want to understand the condition that you are in without even seeing the condition you're in, let me tell you something. One man said to me, boy, scrap iron men, they themselves does look like scrap iron. All ever hear that? They say them scrap iron men, them does look like scrap iron themselves. They could sell themselves. They say a farmer does always look like a garden. They say a mechanic always oily. All ever hear that? Well, that is facts. You may find the odd one in between. And let me tell you something. You know why they're dirty and oily and scrappy and gardeny and all that? It is what comes with the job. When you're picking up scrap, you go to the length and breadth. You dig, you turn, you care. When you pass and you see something looking rusty, you have to check it out. Right? A mechanic, his hands and his clothes always oily. Always. You could be washing it every minute because I know some mechanic that scrub the floor, that scrub this, that scrub that. But guess what? You must interact with oil because that is what you're into. Alright? So let me tell you something. You know why plenty people support the PNM? I going to tell you why. Because plenty of them have no sense. Yeah, it's hard. I know it's hard. I know others can't take it when I say it. But plenty people who support the PNM have no sense. And let me tell you why I put plenty and not all. You notice I say all the people who support the PNM. Because some of them have sense. The ones who benefit from supporting the PNM, they are sensible. But while they are sensible, they are senseless and, not senseless, they are selfish. Sorry. While they are sensible, they are selfish. You know why? Because they will stand up on top of your head to go to our next treader while they push you down to the bottom of the treader. So they're selfish. The rich Indians that support the PNM, you know why them support the PNM? The rich Indians support the PNM. You know why? You notice I say all dotish? You know why? Because that is what Rowley speak about with Natalie Lego. Getting the rich richer. What you feel talking about? You the proud black man? You feel as you? You feel as you here talking about? To get you rich? Well, if you believe that, you more dotish than I think. Here where he put you. Here where he put you, the average PNM supporter. He put you as the rich getting richer. So the scrums will fall down to you. That is where he put you. And if he had said that by Pigot's corner, you idiots would have clapped. Because he says we know of the government. Every school is built by the government. Every road is built by the government. Every this and every that is built by the government. But you better start to wean off the government and all you bawl and scream and clap. You know why? Because all you does not know what the meaning of the word wean mean. So if he did say that on Pigot's corner, all you that clap. When he said that he have no problem with the rich getting richer, the man tell all you to all your face that all is a bunch of clowns and all you have to remain poor and gather the scraps. There's a passage in Luke chapter number 16 that speaks about Lazarus and the rich man. And don't feel I'm going to preach. I'm saving that for later in the week when I have some guests who going to speak about the children home and about the pastor in the jockey shorts. Then I'm going to talk about that. I ain't talking about that today. But stay tuned. It's coming real soon this week. I go tell all about that. Then I go preach. But now again, all about a narrative about Lazarus and the rich man. In Luke 16, the Bible speaks about Lazarus being a beggar. And it speaks about Lazarus being brought at the rich man's gate to beg. And the narrative also tells you that the rich man was so rich that even his dogs were eating better, healthier than Lazarus. The book tells you that the crumbs that fall from the table is what Lazarus used to find comfort in. In other words, it's what Lazarus used to get a meal from. So I'll leave this story there because I want to show you, I want to use that story to illustrate something to you. So we had the rich man, we had Lazarus, but what is important in that story is that the rich man had some dogs. And there was dogs who used to comfort Lazarus by licking the sores on the skin of Lazarus. The dog was doing a better job than the rich man. But we have a prime minister, but he has some sheep. His sheep sleeps in air condition. His sheep eats healthy every day. His sheep gets the best tonic available. His sheep get the best feed. His sheep have a special diet. But you know something? His sheep lives in better condition than you who support him. His sheep eat better than you who supports him. His sheep is in a comfortable home while you live in plywood houses and even some conditions that is not fit for human. Look at those healthy animals. I can't even see our ribs. I'm sure if I come in a PNM constituency and tell her to take over the jersey, or they looking like them children from Biafra, who got in big is who bony. Watch the little baby sheep, watch them. Watch them. But you know, I noticed something, you have no black sheep inside there. No black sheep inside there. You know why? All the supporters is the black sheep. All here is the black sheep, not a black sheep. Watch inside there. Not a black sheep. Because he already have all here who support him as the proud black man, as the black sheep. But he ain't even put all here in his pen. He have all here living in some pen that all here cannot even afford to make love comfortable with all your husband and all your wife, because all the children very well right there, they might hear whatever noise that comes out from in that room. That is how sad this man is, and that is how dotish all you who support him could get. That is the reality, you know. This is the reality I give you all here. If all you can't take it, I say, just switch off the phone, switch off the TV, and just play a shadow. Play a shadow, run a shadow. You could come off from here and play a shadow if all you can't take that. You understand? Shadow has some nice song. Play anyone. Anyone that only feel fits the atmosphere, play that. But this man treats only like the black sheep. So he tell Natalie Legor, the Jamaican who believed that she's a Trinidadian, who believed that she could come to Trinidad and talk the UNC, like if she knew anything about Trinidad politics, which she fast dote herself. She know about Trinidad politics, she know about UNC. But guess what? To get a dialysis appointment, who she talked to? You know who she talked to? She talked to Shadow, the proud black man. Shadow she talked to, the proud black man. But all you sit down and listen to this. Tell you folks that he had no problem with the rich getting richer. I remember this Keith Rowley. This Keith Christopher Rowley on a memorial for Dr. Eric Williams. On that memorial for Dr. Eric Williams, this man stand up and say that, look, give me the chance to become Prime Minister, and I will ensure that the black people of this country, you know, he loved that word, black people. I will ensure that you are taken care of. He went as far as to say that the black man is behind in this country. That is Rowley talk. Rowley said so. He in alleged saying so, you know. He said that the black people in this country, they are behind. But what Rowley did when he come to bring Oli in front, you know what Rowley did? He really brought you all to the front of the table. But the problem with that is, there is nobody behind all you. So let me break it down. He sent all you further backward than all you could have ever imagined. At that memorial, you would have believed that when you hear this man talk, soft spoken, the people and them who clap like they were paid to clap in a particular manner. All the balling girl and the neck man and all of them, they weren't invited. They didn't want idiots there. Kamla going and close down NESC and close down all the college, and we were on nothing. Like what Kamla going to do we? They didn't bring shit in either. They didn't want idiots there. Neck man who was on the ground. Oh yes sir. They didn't bring in either. They didn't want no idiots there. A matter of fact, they didn't want no paupers there. They bring a caliber of people who sat and clapped very respectfully because they were clapping money into the bank by Rowley's speech and giving you the confidence that this category of business people have the interest of the country at heart, and Rowley is the man to deliver the proud black man out of poverty. Rowley was the man to take you out of rags and bring you into riches, not knowing that Rowley was going to take the rags off of you and leave you without clothes on. Look at here. African not doing well. Look at here. This is what the Prime Minister said to you. The Prime Minister has declared that the nation cannot hide from the reality that in a diverse society. Watch now. Let me tell you something about this clever man they call Keith Rowley. Let me tell you something about this man they call Keith Rowley. This man is not only witty. This man know exactly the words to compile the composition of words that will attract your attention, that will get you to move in a particular direction simply because of his composition of lyrics that he will send to your brains, that will cause you to see what he said but not see the truth. That is how good Keith Rowley, that is how good that man could get.
Every road to be built in this country has to be built by the government. Every school, every health center, every this, every that. Because in this country, for the last generation or two, we've grown up on the government. Well, you better begin to be weaned off the government, because the government's shoulder cannot carry the burden anymore.
Over 600 million TT dollars.
You understand what Rowley just... Welcome, caller.
Good night, Victor.
My brother, good night.
How are you? How are you?
I am fine, my brother, and good to hear your voice.
Well, I have to say it's very good to hear you too. I am glad to know that my good brother William Archie is there as well.
Beautiful, beautiful, my partner, big. Beautiful attorney, beautiful.
No, well, Archie is a man doing human service to this party, you know. He does human service to the United National Congress. And he is a man that we must continue to have in our party. But I see that you're talking about this man. This man they call Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley.
Yes, sir.
You know, well, we don't know where he was for a while, right? We don't know where he disappeared to. We don't know where he ended up, right? We don't know where he ran away to. But the one thing we do know is that we just say, the minute this man opened his mouth, you could imagine this man apparently hosted some conference with media people. And the first thing he would say, the level of reporting by the media is poor, is piss poor, is terrible, this, that, and the other. I don't understand the nonsense he's saying. And where's Matt? How Matt is saying anything about that? Where's Matt to talk on that? That you have a prime minister of your country saying that the way the media reports is poor.
Yeah.
I mean, that is ridiculous. It's the same man who craved the media's attention. And now all of a sudden the media reporting it bad. Man, let's give us a break. What we want? We want a general election. It's time to call election. Right?
Correct.
Because you boycotted your own meeting of councillors, and I'm thankful that our councillors listened, and I leave that day. I won't go further. Right? And I think you know why. Right? Further to that, this man, we have murders that is absurd in this country. Murders, it is going rampant, and you have a commissioner of police saying, well, no, murders not on the rise, you know. Like, really? Really? What world he living in? It is time for Fitzgerald Hines to go. And Hines must be fired immediately. And Prime Minister Rowley, if you don't think he should go, well, then you need to fire yourself and call an election. This country is in a mess. Crime everywhere, murder everywhere. The type of murders we are seeing too, oh my God. It's the type of things happening, and yet they want to say, well, nothing is happening in this country. Ridiculous. It's time for Rowley and his band of misfits to go. And we as a people must come together and say, Rowley must go. Enough is enough. And we want a general election. It is time for Kamala Prasad and the UNC to return. Victor, I'm happy to be back on the air. And
Yes.
Archie, continue the great job that you are doing, my brother.
Thank you, my brother.
Take care. You know I'm always there for you.
Thank you, my brother. God bless.
Take care.
And this is where we are in this country. You see, every PNM constituency, everyone, you want to be honest and fair with yourself, is a good feeling. It's a good feeling to be honest to yourself. When you're honest to yourself, you could speak as I do. When you are honest to yourself, you could speak without fear, without favor, and without contradiction. When you are honest to yourself, ladies and gentlemen, you would see exactly what is happening to you. I don't know for what reason you believe living in a delusion is living in reality. The word itself speaks of its attributes. You cannot live in a delusion and believe that what is happening wrong you, it is real. You cannot live that life and feel that you have something there when it doesn't have anything. You could feel as much as you want. You cannot take your feeling anywhere. You could feel that the PNM care about you. You cannot take that to the bank. You could feel that the PNM will create a better life for you. You cannot take that anywhere. It's until you, the people of this country, get up and say, look, I am going to be an open individual, and I am going to look. I am going to examine. I am going to weigh. And I going to make a decision that is in the interest of a country and not just in the interest of my party. So let me say something that people doesn't like me to say, but I just say it, when you are free, when you are honest to yourself, you could say what plenty people cannot say. And let me say what I mean. I am a member, a lifetime member of the United National Congress. The day, the night, the hour, the minute, the second that anybody in the UNC start to behave like the PNM, they would declare war on Victor Roberts, because Victor Roberts will declare war on them. Let me tell you again. I am a lifetime member of the United National Congress. And the day, the night, the hour, the minute, or the second, any leader of the UNC starts to behave like this PNM, they better declare war on Victor Roberts, because Victor Roberts will declare war on them. Kamla Prasad Bisesa, who have my full unadulterated support, who I will stand and defend. By any attacks, whether from within the UNC or within the PNM or within the country. You know why I support her? Let me help all you to understand. Because I have examined the policies of Kamla Prasad Bisesa. And you know what I see inside that policy? I never see Indian. I never see African. I never see Chinese. I never see Syrian. I see policies for all of Trinidad and Tobago. You could deny it if you want, that your business. The policies of this woman is what make me loyal to her. Because the policies, every creed and every race get a place, get an opportunity, get some living. So you who supports the PNM and Keith Rowley, I am merely asking you not to change your hairstyle, not to change the color of your skin, not to change your traditions, not to change your race, but I am asking you to do just what I did. Before becoming a member of the UNC, all I am asking you to do, my people, is to examine the policies of Keith Rowley and see if you could see Indian in those policies. See if you could see Chinese in those policies. But most of all, you notice I say Syrian, some Syrian, but most of all, see if you can see Africa inside of that African. And if you could see Africa inside of that African, then I tell you, support that until you die, because it would not be long again before you die under that man who you believe have your interests as African people at heart in this country. And just to help you to go a little further, it is not just about him. If I say to you tonight, it's just about him, then I will not be speaking the truth. But I like to speak the truth. It is about every member of parliament, every senator within the People's National Movement, you must examine and see if you see Africa inside of them. In other words, see if you could see yourself inside there. And let me help you. Don't waste your time. What you will find in Kamla Prasad Bisesa, you would not find in Rohan Sinanan. What you will find in Kamla Prasad Bisesa, you will not find it in Colum Imbert. What you will find in Kamla Prasad Bisesa, you will not find it in Faris Alwari. What you will find in Kamla Prasad Bisesa, you will not find it nowhere within your own African party, because inside Kamla Prasad Bisesa and the policies that she brought to the table, you could examine, and I guarantee you tonight that you will find Africa inside there. That is facts and not fiction. And this is what I am asking you, because if those, actually I had the list of the MPs to the PNM there, if you have it, just show it up on the screen for me, please, a little bit. If these individuals that you are seeing here, just next door to Rohan Sinanan, Pelena P. Beckers, just above Rohan Sinanan, Fitzgerald Hines. Examine this list. Forget Rohan Sinanan. Forget Kazim Hussein. Forget Reginald Laimore. Forget Stuart Young. And forget every Indian inside there. Forget all of them. Leave them out. Forget about them. But every African face that you see inside there, I want you, the African people, to examine them and see if you can find yourself. See if you could find the future of your African people inside there. Forget Keith Rowley. Don't look for yourself there, because you will never, ever, ever, ever see or find yourself in Keith Rowley. But the rest, who will be coming to you very soon and asking for your support, look inside there. Labre, look inside Maklashe and see if you see Labre inside there. See if you see yourself in their Labre. See if you see a life in their Labre. See if you see the future of your children inside their Labre. Look and see if you could see that in all of them, who would be walking and coming to you very soon and asking you to extend your franchise by voting for them. See if you can really see your black African brother, your boy and your girl, your mother and your father, your grandfather and your grandmother. Look into them and see if you could see yourself. I want to suggest to you tonight, as I wrap up, when you look into those Africans who sit at the hem of Keith Rowley table, you will find shackles placed on your hand that you cannot see. Good night.
A code, a mafiosi code. We keep each other's secret. It's only when you break rank, you go there and expose us, and for that, we're going to kill you politically. It's the code of the Cosa Nostra. As long as we stay together, we will survive together. And we agree not to breach the code of secrecy. A code, a mafiosi code. We keep each other's secret. It's only when you break rank, you go there and expose us, and for that, we're going to kill you politically.
A big strong
It's the
man.
code.